Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football. Match day 8 team selection. We are back, different setup just for this match day. We'll be back to the normal setup for the next match day, but it's time for match day 8 and absolutely looking forward to this one. 18 games at the same time. Some people are using the limitless, some people are using the wildcard, and then there is people like me who've already used both of them and are only depending on the kind team that we have and 2 transfers. You're going to get all the team news for match day 8 at the same time before the deadline, and you can rotate the team as much as you want. So for me, I wasn't ready to wait until all the way to match day 8 to play my limitless. I didn't feel like it was worth it, mainly because, I'll speak more about it in the limitless video, but as you know, you're going to only have 11 players. You're only going to have one captaincy because all the fixtures are being played at the same time. And when I used my limitless back in match day 2, it worked out perfect. So I'm totally happy with that. So for this match day, it's going to be a little bit difficult because there's some players other people are going to have that there's no way of me having it because I only have 2 transfers. But first, let's take a look at match day 7. For match day 7 went very, very well, mainly because of that Rafinha captaincy jumped rank up to 600th in terms of the overall rank, and I'm hoping I can go up more than that. So again, match day 8 is a big match day. Usually there's like 13 match days in the Champions League, but this time there's going to be, how many is there? 8 and then 10 and then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, around 17. So there's like 4 more match days this Champions League season, and I'm really looking forward to it. So anything can happen in match day 8. I could go back down to 4,000 in rank, or I can move up. So hopefully before the knockouts, I'm going to be like up above like the top 500. But let me know how your team did in match day 7 and what your plan is for match day 8. So this is how my team looked for match day 7. I'm going to put it here. So I had Soma in goal, 6 points, fantastic. Bastoni as well with 10 points. So Bastoni actually got an assist, and Bastoni has been a bit of an annoying asset to have this season because of he's being benched, and Inter Milan are keeping all those clean sheets. He's being benched and then being rested basically because the fixture is too easy for them. But this past match day, he was starting, and I was like, hopefully this time we deliver. And Inter Milan have had an incredible defense this season. So however far they go, we need to probably double up on their defense because 1 goal conceded in 7 games, and they've had some tough games as well. Like they've played against Man City, they played against Arsenal, but 6 clean sheets out of 7 games is crazy, and they could keep another next match day, and that could be 7 out of 8. Only 1 goal considered, incredible. So Bastoni got an assist, incredible assist for Martinez's goal, and then Soma clean sheet as always. Gabriel clean sheet as well. Going into match day 8, I had Saliba and Saka, but obviously both of them were injured, so I had to take both of them out, and the decision was whether to bring in Real Madrid players or bring in Bayern Munich players, or just transfer these players out and just replace them with Arsenal players. That is what I decided to do because Arsenal have a really good defense in the Champions League and they haven't conceded a goal at home. So I just went with Gabriel to replace Saliba, and then I just last minute decided Odegaard instead of Saka, and he ended up scoring his first open play goal this season. So I was a bit lucky with that. Theo Hernandez with 5 points defensively as well. So defense worked 100%. Rafinha 32 points. I was very lucky with that as well because I had Lookman as my captain. And because I didn't do a deadline stream on that day, I only looked at the team news like 30 minutes before the deadline, and I was like, okay, Lookman is not starting. I had the captaincy on him. I was like, okay, let me just go for whoever. Like, it wasn't, I didn't even think about it like too much. I was like, okay, let me just go with Rafinha against Benfica. Hopefully he scores a goal. If he doesn't, I'll just captain someone from tomorrow. He actually ended up getting 32 points, and the first goal as well, very, very lucky goal. Literally hit his head and went in. And the second goal could easily have been a penalty for Benfica. So lucky with that, but Rafinha has been incredible this season. This is another player who might have to be in your team all the way until wherever they reach in the Champions League. Lookman off the bench, 9 points. Odegaard 8 points, scored in the last minute of that game. Akilucha 4 points. Unlucky with that, he had so many chances. He also had a goal disallowed in that game. Could easily have had 2-3 goals against Aston Villa. And then up front, Gyökeres off the bench as well, came on and scored. Jonathan David 6 points, scored at Anfield. And also Griezmann 6 points, got an assist, I think, for Alvarez's goal. So very happy with that. 98 points up in rank. As I say, there's a few lucky decisions there. Like, I had Lookman captaincy, but because he's on the bench, he just transferred it to Rafinha. If I didn't bring in Odegaard for Saka, I was thinking of Bellingham instead of Saka, and I was also thinking of, if I didn't have any injuries, maybe if Saliba was fit, I would have probably have taken out Jonathan David and brought in maybe Mbappe or Vinicius. I was really looking at that Real Madrid fixture against Salzburg, but it worked. Vats, Grimaldo, Schlotterbeck, Skorupski served them out from the starting lineup to the bench. Happy with that, absolutely happy with that. So match day 8, this is how my team is looking right now. Obviously, I have Sommer in goal and Skorupski as well. No changes in terms of the goalkeeper unless Sommer doesn't start. I'm going to be bringing Skorupski to start. I'm not going to be making any changes there. So Sommer starts as well against Monaco at home. Defensively, I have choices between Grimaldo, Schlotterbeck, Bastoni, Theo Hernandez, and Gabriel. All of them have good fixtures, but I have this kind of feeling maybe Gabriel or Bastoni, one of them is going to be rested because it's basically job done for both of them. Whoever gets dropped, if every of them starts, Grimaldo is definitely going to be in the starting lineup at home against is it Sturm Graz? Yeah, I think it's Sturm Graz. A very easy home fixture. Or Sparta Prague, one of them, Grimaldo. I don't know why I confused those teams. Theo Hernandez away to Dinamo Zagreb. He might be on the bench. Then I'm going to be forced to play Bastoni, Gabriel, and Grimaldo. But Grimaldo is definitely going to start. Gabriel, Bastoni, whoever is on the bench, I don't know who I'm going to start, to be honest. But Theo Hernandez is probably going to be the second on the bench, maybe next to Schlotterbeck if everyone starts. But that is the defense that I have at the moment. No changes in defense. I'm not going to be bringing in any defenders unless the team news comes out and Gabriel is on the bench and Bastoni is not in the lineup and Schlotterbeck is being rested or something. Then you have to bring in a player in that case. But where I'm looking at right now is midfield and striking, because, Man City are playing at home against Club Brugge. Bayern Munich are playing at home against Slovan Bratislava, and Real Madrid are playing a crucial game against Brest. Not an easy game, but surprisingly, those teams are the teams that have something to play for in match day 8. Man City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. So I think it's only right to target them. They'll be going full throttle trying to clinch top 24 and maybe trying to get into the top 8. So I'm looking at Haaland, Kane in terms of strikers. I'm looking at Musiala, Foden. I'm also looking at Mbappe from Real Madrid, maybe a Vinicius. But at the moment, Rafinha, Lookman, Odegaard, Akeluchi, and Vats in midfield. And then up front, Gyökeres, David, and Griezmann. Now, Odegaard missed the last game for Arsenal in the Premier League because he was ill. He could end up missing this one as well. So if he's out, that could be an easy transfer from Odegaard to maybe a Foden or Musiala. Lookman, if everyone is fit, maybe if I have to take out Lookman, away to Barcelona, I could take him out and maybe bring in a Musiala or Foden. Up front, Gyökeres is definitely going to stay in my team. It's between Griezmann and David out for Haaland, Kane, or Mbappe. So only 2 transfers. I'm going to really have to decide who I'm going to go for there. I probably won't, I'm not going to double up. So I'm not going to go with Foden and Haaland as my transfers. If I bring in Foden, I'm going to bring in Kane up front. If I bring in Haaland, I'm going to bring in Musiala or Mbappe up front or someone. I'm going to rotate it. Unless there's injuries and everyone else starts, my lineup will be, from this one, I'm going to have Sommer, Bastoni, Grimaldo, and Gabriel. And then midfield, I'm going to have Rafinha starting. I'm going to have Vats starting. Akeluchi is going to be on the bench against Inter Milan, not an ideal fixture away from home. Odegaard, I have a feeling, is not going to start, but if he does, Lookman is going to be on the bench. And then up front, so you're going to play a 3-4-3. So midfield is going to be Vats, Odegaard, Rafinha, and Lookman, and then up front, Gyökeres, David, and Griezmann. But it's not going to be Griezmann. It's probably going to be Haaland or Kane. It's not going to be Lookman. It's probably going to be Foden or someone. If not, it's not going to be Odegaard. It's going to be Bellingham or Musiala or someone. So those are the transfers I'm looking at, and that is how my team is looking. I'm going to be making midfield and forward changes. Defense, goalkeeper is going to remain the same. Hopefully, it's another good week because a lot of people are going to be using their Limitless and Wildcard. That is already an advantage, but let me know how your team is looking, which players you're selecting. Are you going to play any chip for this match day, or it's just going to be the 2 transfers? Obviously, wait until the Wednesday to make your transfers because you never know who's going to start. There's other options like Salah might start. If he doesn't, you also target the players who are definitely going to play 60 plus minutes, especially for defenders and goalkeepers, because you're not going to be able to transfer them out or sub them out because everyone will have played by the time the match day is over. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the Limitless video as well, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.